The only reason you don't yet have that which you desire is because you are holding on for dear life to the current version of you. Hey guys, it's Stephanie, and I have been teaching co creation, manifestation, subconscious reprogramming, secrets, tactics, etc. for now almost 19 years. I first started as a part of my business coaching, and then I moved into doing this full time maybe about 8 years ago. And one of the common denominators, the common thread that I've seen over and over with my clients who are struggling to really get the things they desire and struggling to have the career or the clients or the relationship or any of those things is because they are still thinking, moving, and operating as the version of them that they've already been operating as. So I want to make this really quick. I don't want to make this long and drawn out, but I want you to be able to get the point. The person who you are now is the person who has created what you're experiencing thus far. The life that you currently have, the relationships that you have been calling in, the friendships you have been calling in, the career that you have, the clients that you have, the finances that you have, the lack of finances that you have, the experiences that you have in your life. They are all created by who you are today. And actually, let's be more specific. They're all created by who you've been. And so, unless there is something that creates a pattern break within your mental process, both your conscious and your subconscious, unless there's something that causes a break on what you're focusing on, what you're thinking on, how you feel your day, who you are at the core, unless there's something, tomorrow you're going to continue to create the same thing. So ultimately, unless you've done something to drastically change who you are internally in your brain, in your mind, in your emotions, how you feel, unless you've done something to change that from yesterday till today, today you're literally creating who you're going to see and the opportunities that's going to show up for you tomorrow. So the only reason you don't have whatever those things are that you desire, whether it's one thing or this entire view of life, is because you have not submitted, and we don't particularly love that word, and I'm going to do some videos later on it. You haven't submitted to the version of you that fully, completely is open to that version, that's fully completed, open, and accepting of the fact that you have the love, you have the money, you have all those things. It's why in the traditional quote unquote manifestation process, people get things and they lose it because they have not actually submitted themselves to the version of them that has it. And so I would just want to leave that with you, give you something to think about, give you something to ponder about. And I think I'm going to do a series on becoming and submission over the next, I don't know, a few days or a few weeks, because I believe that this is this key piece of why we are struggling to have long-term manifestations and co-creations. It's why people have been talking about manifestations and co-creations and co-creating with God and praying and calling in that which is ours. And they're making videos over and over and over again, the same videos about money and about relationships. Because ultimately, if you got it, if you really got it, you would be that person and you wouldn't feel called to the videos anymore. Right? As we become something, we then have a next thing, a next goal, like you'll get it. Example I like to use is people who like card readings, tarot readings. You typically go to these readings specifically if you have something going on in your life. When that area in your life is good, is smooth, there's no problems. Guess what you're not on YouTube searching? Guess what you're not looking for? A card reader. You're not pulling cards yourself. And I have to admit, once upon a time, I loved tarot cards, and then I had my own conviction and my whole thing. But ultimately, when life is going great, when things are going good, when you're fully aligned, when you think a thought and that thing comes to you, when you are living the life you desire, you don't feel the need to go to those routes. And so it's the same way with this. So when you find yourself still looking up videos on how to call in or how to manifest or how to co-create or how to blah, 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 or how to, make God submit to what you want. It's because you have not aligned with that version of you. Right. And I think it's okay to a degree. Sometimes we leave something and we come back because you accomplish the thing and then you live in that and it becomes your normal and it's comfortable until you have the next bigger goal. And sometimes we start revisiting things. But when it's that obsessive and I have to do it every day, it's you aren't doing the growth that's necessary unless you're watching and following something that does facilitate consistent growth. All right, that was it. Let me know if you have any questions. By the way, elephant in the room. I miss you guys. Yes, a lot of my videos are gone. I do believe I'm going to start bringing some of those back. For those who do not know, I am currently running for Senate, and that's another story. And I'm not going to go too far into it, but I just cleaned up a lot of my online persona, and then I realized like ultimately this is my life, and so therefore I am my camera just moves all around. Therefore I'm just going to um unprivate a lot of those videos. It's just a lot of the videos when I was using the old version of me, because I don't really curse in my videos anymore. But there was once a time several years ago where I would curse in my content, and that's not, I'm kind of sometimes embarrassed, but the flip side is that's growth, right? The flip side is that's growth. Anyway, that's where I've been, just been super busy, but I am here and I will be making new videos for you. And I really just want to get into this topic of becoming in submission to that version of you. See you guys next time. Bye.